Good morning, campers. Let's do a reading. I'm guided to do today a little check-in. What's going on with your person? The person connected to you, the person on your mind. What's going on with them? How do they feel about your situation? How do they feel about you? Now, if you watch me, you know that I'm not like the biggest fan of these kind of readings. I always prefer to focus on you, your shadow, your growth, your progress, because even if you truly are on a very extremely journey of divine love, the extremely rare journey of divine love, all you can do and all you're meant to do is focus on you. Focus on your shadows. What many feminists fails to understand is that we are one with our divine. One consciousness, one chakra system. All you can do, and us feminists, we lead the way, is to focus on you, right? But sometimes I find that in separation, especially in seasons like this very heavy eclipse seasons when our shadows are, coming to the surface, for us to really let go of certain things and do the work of years in few days, weeks, months, some feminines can go into a really dark place, the place of doubt, and trust and believe firmly from a place of heart is so much important on this journey. So I like these readings to also be a bit of an intuition check for you to believe in your power and for you to believe in your connection. So you can save this, you can pause this when you have the time. Take a deep breath, really think, what do you feel? Connect through that red thread to your person. What do you feel? With love and compassion, no judgment, no pointing fingers. Where are they on their journey? How are they doing? What are they going through right now? Because we're always our mirrors, and I explain this to you guys all the time. So then you can check if it's actually true and sort of a pinpoint, where are you still seeing through your ego instead through the heart, through the red thread, through your mind's eye. All right, but first of all, as always, we're going to check if it's really your collective. So I'm going to tap into your current situation, the 3D, what's going on between you, what's going on in your life, things that you know for sure, facts. So you cannot make this fit, okay? If it's your reading, it all should resonate. And then we're going to dive into the energy of your person. All right, so what's going on in this connection? Around Divine Feminine, what's going on in this connection? Divination abuser. Oh my God, you guys. Now listen to me go. You know what I'm going to start saying? There is such a huge misconception about tarot readers, about twin flames, and I talk about this all the time. 90% of people who think they're on a journey, they're actually in a karmic connection. 90% of content creators who blabble about twin flame know nothing of nothing, okay? Only true divine feminines who's been through the journey, and not all of us, only those whose mission is directly linked to twin flames, should be talking about it, should be teaching about it, and should be helping others on the journey to progress, right? Because it's an extremely unique journey, extremely difficult journey. And what do I always say to you guys? Our mission, the mission that we carry, us awakened ones, spiritual teachers, we receive downloads only about our mission. So if twin flames are not your mission, all you're teaching is your own experience and your own projections, okay? So I'm feeling that this collective, maybe right now you are in this dark place and you're like constantly watching tarot. For this to be your first card and we're asking about your connection, really make sure. I've done so much content about this. I've done a channeled message. I always direct you guys to the channeled message. I'll put it on a screen. It's like I've done it in like a blue jammies. It's still on my YouTube. You can find it. Explaining how to really know who is an actual good reader, shaman, coach. It doesn't matter. Who should you listen to? How you should really make that selection. But you can always ask your guides for confirmation. But watching readings, watching collectives, it's not what you're supposed to do all day long, okay? And I say this to you guys all the time. If you're truly on a journey, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a healer, find yourself someone that you're going to be going on sessions with regularity, between 2, 3, or 6 weeks, depending where you are on your journey. And other than that, okay, every now and then you can watch some videos, but those videos are, and again, sorry, long divination, but this would be important for this collective. Collective readings are created for 2 reasons, okay? One reason is to get to know your reader, because before you come to me on session, for example, you don't need to see my photos and what do I do, with my day every day. You need to see who I am as a healer. What's my style, how I read, how I heal, whether you resonate with this, right? So that's the purpose of the collectives, for me to be out there through golden threads that we're always connected since the day we're born, us healers with people that we're going to work with, so you can find me, right? And the second reason is that there's wisdom in any collective, right? So I talk about this journey, even if it's not your collective, you can still watch it to learn about the journey, to learn about yourself, to help you on your healing journey. Sometimes when you are in between sessions, maybe you know which collective is yours, so you can, really train your discernment. You can really learn, right? So that's the objective. You're not supposed to base your journey, such a unique, difficult, challenging spiritual journey, on collective readings, right? And especially, again, that 90% of readers who are out there talking about twin flames are like, oh my God, he's returning on Sunday, I can see it, he loves you, he loves... Nonsense, okay? True Divine Feminine who works with twins will focus on you, on your healing, on your shortcomings, on your shadows, on you finding your power, finding your strength. So really be careful. And it's also coming to my mind that maybe you yourself are trying to use divination. I've done a lot of videos about this. I've done raw sessions about this. Divination tools are sacred tools. Only people who are truly awakened and truly channels are meant to use them, okay? And not only that, but I always say this to you guys, you don't choose your divination tool. Your divination tool and shamanic tool chooses you. It calls you. You feel it in your intuition. Tarot is calling me. Rods are calling me. Crystal ball is calling me. Shamanic drum, whatever that is, right? And an actual divination tool, so tarot, rods, pendulums, whatever that is, they should not be used by someone who is not centered, who is not aligned, who's not a clear vessel, and who's not meant to, as an awakened channel, work with these tools. You can bring karma on yourself. 7 minutes in, I keep talking about this story, but for the right collective, it will really make sense. It's important. For that to be your first card, and for me to get that channel explosion on you. What's going on in your connection? Let's do 3 more. So I've been blabbing about this for too long. Talking. A few more for your first row. I was seeing a specific deck that I wanted to use today, but it's in my other house in Madrid. I don't have it, but maybe I'll just be seeing some cards from that deck. I really have to get all my decks here. Okay, what do we have? All right, we have talking. I've mentioned this to you. We have soulmate, soul connection, partnership, soul contract, life partner. We have same different day. So sort of a nothing is changing energy, and we have marrying for money. I'm hearing few things with this one. Okay, so your first row, your energy. Again, the divination thing would be important. So don't make this fit. If right now you're not watching tarot readings, you're not a little bit, be honest with yourself, you're not a little bit obsessed with like wanting to know what's going on in your connection, what it really is, and really spending a lot of time on social media searching for twin flame topic or even using those tools, it is not your reading, okay? It's very important detail. Another detail, you would be I'm hearing with this talking that you would be, or you in a recent past talking with your person, right? So even if maybe you are in separation, or you are not in an actual relationship, I feel like they recently would have reached out to you. So maybe in the past weeks or months, you had a touch point with them and you have been talking a little bit, and communicating. What I'm hearing as well is that you would be feeling like nothing is changing, right? So maybe this collective, you are in separation, you haven't heard from your person for a while, and then they returned. I'm hearing in the recent 3 to 4 months, right? So somewhere in the recent 3-4 months, past months, as you're watching this, you would have had a touch point and communication with your person. But you would think that, oh my God, nothing changed. It's been such a long time. I've been healing, I've been changing, I've been growing, and they have not, right? It's the same every day. And I talk about this all the time. I have a lot of content about this. I have a very powerful attunement on my website about this if you're interested. But this visual, 3D matrix visual that we see our masculine and it seems like he's behind, he's not progressing, and look at us, right, in our divinity, it's an illusion. It is an illusion. We are one. There's no way that there's energetically such a huge difference. It's just that they go through this journey behind the veil, right? For us, the veil is lifted. They walk this journey in 3D, in matrix, through karma, through learning the matrix. We learn spirituality. We learn the connection. We learn our gift. So obviously, to an outside observer, especially if you're looking through these eyes and not this and this eye, it will seem like he's behind, but he's not. You're connected through red threads. It's just an illusion. And one of the purposes of this illusion is for Divine Feminine to truly anchor her energy in oneness, in we are one. I have compassion. I have understanding for you, my love. I have zero judgment because I don't want anything from you. I'm not expecting you to grow, to progress. You're free. I talk about this all the time. When you are still sitting in a place of, oh my God, I've done so much work, he's so behind, you're wanting something from him. You are judging him from where he is. You are judging him how he's doing on his journey. You are expecting that he's going to make progress to return to you, and you get upset. Okay? So really examine this. I always say this to you guys, if there's a specific shadow on this journey that I've done so much, work and content on it, I don't want to be like repeating myself in every video because I feel like this is going to be long anyways. So if that resonates, really go and find that, me talking about illusions of the journey, because it's really important. But I feel like you would be right now in this moment, okay? He returned, nothing has changed. Maybe we're not meant to come into union. Maybe you found some ridiculous content online saying that twins are never meant to come into union, or this person's going to forever trigger you on that this is a toxic connection. Karmic! Confusion with karmic. Illusions of what seems to be truth in an external world if we don't really understand the journey and sit in our heart space. So maybe you're even thinking, maybe what I want, I've done a channel about this recently. There's a reason all these things are coming through right now in an eclipse. It's for you to finally let that go. Let that go. It's not true. Watch my previous channels that I've done 2 channels for Twin Flames in the recent weeks. You'll find that on my social media. Because I feel this collective, you are now thinking to yourself, maybe it was just to break me. Maybe it was just to awaken me. Maybe we will never be together and I should be aligned with a soulmate, with true partner. I deserve to be happy. What do I always talk about? I deserve BS. Your crown is not open, balanced, and connected to Father Universe for as long as you still feel that you deserve something. Life is a gift. Life is a gift. The entitlement will get you nowhere. And with that marrying for money, I was hearing 2 things. We're going to clarify, but either one of your societal issues, it can be a detail for some of you, that one of your societal issues is differences in finances, significant differences of finances. So maybe it always been a trigger point for your masculine, not feeling secure, not feeling man enough, not being able to provide for you. Or what I was hearing is settling. Settling is choosing a partner because you're done with your hard work, because you are entitled, because you're thinking, I deserve to be happy, I want peace, I don't want to. And again, I always say this to you guys, we have free will. My universal truth is that you cannot quit from this journey. It will always haunt you, it will always return, because once activated, this person is you. They will be in your energy permanently until the day you leave shut this body and return to spirit realm, right? But you can be stubborn and you can say it's too hard, I don't want to do this, right? And settle. But again, it's not going to solve your problems. It's not going to solve your shadows. It's not going to solve whatever this person is triggering within you. So with this card, I was also hearing that some of you may be considering that nonsense belief that I just mentioned, that maybe we're not meant to come into union, so I'm just going to find myself a soulmate, and I'm just going to like find someone that I can, enjoy my time with. It means that you're looking something externally outside of yourself. For as long as we want something from anyone, not just our divine counterpart, it means that we're looking something outside of ourselves. Okay, let's clarify. Divination abuser. Girl with a snake. I'm not liking this energy. Backstabbing. Let me pull your whole row and then we'll talk. I'm sorry for the amount of tough love that I'm giving you guys recently, but it's the eclipse season. I've explained this in my stories many times. It's like I literally am hearing your guides upset. What are you doing? This, if you're truly on a journey, if you're truly awakened, if you're truly meant to be the divine feminine, do you know how big of a gift is this? And here you are with your pettiness and your entitlement, and he is this, he is that. Whatever you see within him, you see within yourself. I say this for all people, right? The women who judge, who criticize, who have sister wounds towards other women, whatever you see in someone else, you truly see in yourself, but you're in denial. But in twin flame connection, especially strong, whatever you see in him, he's not moving, same shit, maybe subconsciously you think that you are a little bit stuck. Maybe subconsciously you understand that you lead the way. So you blame yourself that if he's still, go back to your heart. We have teddy bear. Let me do 2 more. Sorry. I love you. I love you. I truly, from the bottom of my heart, those of you who work with me, who come on sessions regularly, you know that I love you. I cry with you. I suffer with you. I want you to be happy. I want you to get into union. But this nonsense will not get you there. I'm getting emotional. It's your guides. It's the energy of your guides. I'm feeling this collective. I'm hearing that you're not, that's what your guides are saying. And this would be an important detail as well. I feel that you're not focusing your energy on your journey. So even if you are awakened, spiritual, even if you're ready, I feel like this collective, you've been on a journey for a while. So maybe you're already, tapped into your mission. Maybe you're already working as a spiritual teacher even. But I feel you're focusing on your growth, on you, which is great, right? And I always say this, we have to focus on us. But I feel like this twin thing, it's been so painful for you that you've locked that element outside of your healing journey. And we cannot do this. And I mention to you guys oftentimes because there are some charlatans out there who say that when you are on a twin flame journey, you shouldn't be doing readings, you shouldn't be tapping into ever in the energy of your person. It's a lie. He's the other half of you. Again, one chakra system, one consciousness. You have to know and train that connection through red thread, because whatever's going on with him, you will be going through this as well. You're mirrors, always. Whoever denies this knows nothing of this journey, and I don't care what anyone says. So don't listen to that nonsense. Yes, you have to focus on you, your shadows, your growth, do things for you, your mission. The Divine Love Triangle that I always talk about, you can read about this on my website under Divine Love section. Divine Feminine always looks towards God, towards the Most High, towards Source, towards Universe, towards her mission, right? But you cannot cut out the fact that you are on a journey. You cannot, because this person is constantly with you. It's like if you try to do this, it's like you're locking the part of yourself and the part of your existence that you should be grateful for from your growth. There's a reason it came to my mind. This is going to be a tough reading, and it's going to be a long one, so grab a snack. I'm sorry, but shock. Shock. And one more. One more source. One more for that marrying for money. Okay, we got Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, honor, protection, determination. Time. Time at the bottom of the deck. Maybe it's been a while you've been on this journey. Maybe it's been a while. I'm hearing it seems like you're repeating patterns. That's why the same different day, right? But this is what I'm hearing. That girl with a snake, okay, I was hearing that this is actually related to that divination. So really examine who you work with, okay, who you work with. And I talk about this all the time. So you can go back and listen to me babbling about this in the beginning, how to choose your reader. It has to be divine feminine, on a journey, who's in a union and who's actually... it has a divine mission linked to twins, right? Not just someone who rambles about it because they think that they've been through it or even they've actually been through it, right? No, it has to be your mission linked to it, right? So what I'm hearing is that you are working with someone that you shouldn't, right? So you either watch people who give you misconception about this journey, right? Sometimes it's not done maliciously, you guys. That's what we have to understand through that love and compassion and no judgment sort of a right approach, confirmation and blocking. Sometimes these people really, some of them are true charlatans, okay, who are like, okay, I noticed that when I talk about twins and when I talk that he's going to return next week, I get more views and more claims and more comments, so I'm going to do that. Some of them are those kind of charlatans, and the amount of karma that they're going to have to clear out beyond, right? Because to mess with the divines, we are always so divinely protected. To deliberately try to separate, gain something, or mess with divine counterparts, boom! Our guides will solve that. We'll solve that one way or another, okay? But some of these people are just wounded. They're just wounded. They're not doing this maliciously. Maybe they're feminists who are in the beginning of this journey. They're still wounded. They're still in their ego. They still haven't tapped into the truth of the journey. They're not meant to work with twins. So they're not receiving downloads. They're only receiving downloads for themselves, for their own journey. So they're projecting on you, right? But I'm hearing that either you're watching someone that you're not supposed to be watching and it's causing a lot of confusion within you, or maybe some of you even connect as a reader, as a healer. Everything happens for a reason, everything happens for a reason. But really examine what is your current strategy and approach to this journey. I feel like with that backstabbing, it's confirmation that when your person came in, you started talking, maybe exchanging emails, maybe you even saw them. Remember what I said? But you ended up being heartbroken again. You ended up in separation again. You ended up feeling stabbed in the back. That's why you started thinking, love is not supposed to hurt. I wanted that sort of a nice kind of love. I want, dates and dinner and candlelit dinner and gifts for nice romantic gifts maybe for my birthday. But again, I say this is a mantra, you guys. Love doesn't hurt. True love doesn't hurt. When you are in a place, even when you're still in separation, okay? I guarantee you, I've been through this. Even when you're still in separation, being in a union means that you are in a place of peace. So even if you haven't spoken to your divine counterpart for years on end, which happens to a lot of divine feminists in separation, not all of them return for check-ins, you are in a place, I love you. You're the other half of me. I have nothing but love for you. I do not judge you. I do not judge where you are in the journey. Whether we will or we won't come into physical union, it doesn't matter. To me, we're already in union. Union is just a construct. It's not a physical thing. I'm already in union with you. I'm forever connected through red threads. What you do in the physical world, it is your quest, my love. It is your quest. You would know. I trust you. You would know your karma subconsciously. Your higher self is guiding you. If you're not with me, it's for a reason. I'm not going to forcing it. I'm not going to expect it. I love you. I am not judging you. Whatever you do, even if they connect with other women, even if it seems like they're not moving, then they're still like, I love you because you are me, and I've learned to truly love myself. Right? True divine feminines, again, my universal true. True divine feminines, true twinny pairings. Us divine feminines, regardless of how long the separation lasts, we don't connect to other men. We don't consider soulmates. It's still coming from a place of shadow. Once you're in inner union, that won't even be an option. Why would I do this? Why? To get a random man, even if he's like higher soulmate, Jason Momoa looking, loving me till death. Why would I want that? It's not part of my destiny. I was given a bigger gift. I've done this in previous lifetimes. I've done this. I don't need this. I didn't come here for this. I came here for greatness. Really? Your guides are a little upset. I feel like this collective, you're really magical, but there's something that you're missing when it comes to this journey. And we have shock. And I was looking at this shock at the other card as well. I feel like when they came in, they shocked you. So I feel for this collective, either they did something... there's an element of shock. I'm hearing two things. So either they came in, and because you haven't spoke to them in a while, in your head you had an expectation how it would look like next time they're going to communicate. You had an expectation, an assumption of growth and of progress, and that it's going to be different than it was the previous time. So as they came in, you were shocked and you were disappointed. Or it's both. Two things that I'm hearing. That when they came in a little bit different, and they came in, maybe they offered something, maybe they did like a romantic gesture towards you that made you feel that that they changed, and it was a test of the strength of your divine feminine and the strength of your inner union. Because even if they come in different, even if they come in presenting like they love us, they want something tangible, they've changed, we're not supposed to jump into it from 0 to 100. You're supposed to be smarter than that, than the things that you were doing like years ago on this journey. So maybe they did something romantic, like a grand gesture, and you were like, oh my God, I changed, maybe it's it, and boom, shock, again, the same every day. Same different day. And I feel like you would now be in a moment when you're thinking, it happened for a reason, it's been revelation, I've been so stupid on this journey waiting. We don't wait on this journey. We don't wait. We just release anything love-related that is not related to our divine. Because we understand that this is for normal humans, not for us. We're magic. We magic. We have dragons, we move beyond the veil, we connect to cosmic wombs. What are you not understanding? This is for normal humans who come here to learn their small lessons. They're like, I need a soulmate. Yes, there are very magical pairings of true higher soulmates, divine counterparts, people who live in divine union. They're also awakened, they're spiritual teachers, they're higher soulmate. They've come here with a mission, right? But for most part, people, even if they connect to soulmates, it's like mid-soulmate, lower soulmate, just to give them a little bit more strength and company to go through this journey not on their own. But we don't need this. We have this in our friends, in our family members, in our soul sisters. We're here to change the world, not to settle because I want to go on dinner dates. Oh. Come on. Come on. All right, my angels. If that resonated, let's tap into the energy of your masculine, okay? Make sure this really resonated, and make sure you really listen to this part with no judgment. This is what you're meant to learn, okay? So again, I'm going to repeat this. Pause this video, save this for later. Make sure that as you start to watch this, you have a visual in your head. You can write it down. What do you think about your masculine? Write it down, everything. How you think he changed, where you think he's at, what you think he's going through. Try to write everything down from your intuition, and then when we're over, if it's really your reading and the previous part resonating, when I'm over giving you the information where he's at, you're going to actually be able to compare what was right and where you were off, and then analyze confirmation. It's an exercise you must do, the right collective, okay? Then you will be really able to see, okay, why it's completely different what I thought in this point from what Ivana said. Maybe because I'm still in my ego. Maybe because I still